Guys, welcome back for another Halloween tutorial. Let's start off with what you will need. You will need some cotton balls, fake blood, and latex, as well as some string. I will link everything that I used down below, so if you have any questions, go down on the description. I will list everything down there. But first, let's start off with the glam side. As you saw, I went ahead and divided half of my face. So here I am just starting off with foundation as you normally would. Let me just tell you, this is the first time I actually used this foundation and I realized it was a little too light. So I went ahead and grabbed my Milano Conceal and Perfect concealer and kind of placed it all over. This will help the tone of the foundation kind of even out a little bit more to blend a little bit better with my skin tone. Once I went ahead and did this, I just kept going. This is gonna be the glam side of the look. So what I'm gonna do is contour the face, and this is the Maybelline chubby stick. I actually don't know what it's called, but again, I'm gonna link it down below. It does have a contour side as well as a highlight side, so you'll see me use both. And I actually use a blender as well as a brush, because for me personally, sometimes a brush is so much better, and I don't know, it just gives you more of an airbrush finish. So that is why you see me going in now with the brush. But after this step, we're gonna go in and conceal our dark circles. This is just your regular glam routine basically. So as you see here, I'm just blending everything out, and I'm grabbing my WetNWild translucent powder to set the face. I do use a good amount just because I like my contour to be pretty strong when I'm doing a full glam, and this is what I'm going for. On this side, we want to focus full glam, full beat. All right, moving along with the glam side, we're gonna start our eyebrows. And guys, let me tell you, I actually really love how this whole look turned out. If I would have not done the other side in a Halloweeny vibe, I probably would have been in love with this whole look. So I'm gonna grab my Annette 69 palette in collaboration with Beauty Creations, and here the key is to blend. So I'm starting off with that peach tone color and just blending it all together. Now I'm gonna go into a darker shade and pat it on the outer corner. Guys, don't be scared to ever start little and build up. This will allow you to really focus the color exactly where you want it. And this brush is a clean brush that helps me really diffuse the color onto the outer areas. So this will give you a really smoked out look. And here, after I blended, I'm just now pulling on the outer areas to kind of give it a winged out effect. And now I just grabbed a glittery shade and added some glitter glue so I can top it off with some glitter. This palette has mattes and shimmers along with pressed glitters, guys. It's such a pretty palette. Anyways, we're gonna now add some powder contour as well as dust that translucent powder off, and then I'm gonna go back into the palette and add a little bit of blush. And I did line my lips, but I didn't want to bore you guys, so I just went ahead and added the lipstick. Okay guys, are we ready for the fun part? I'm gonna go ahead and go into the skin first. This is so much fun, guys. This is actually way easier than it actually appears. But I went ahead and grabbed a foundation and concealer that are way lighter than my normal skin tone, and I'm focusing it mainly on the inner area of the eye and on the high points of the face. This will give that illusion of your whole face being way lighter than it actually is. So once I do that, then I'm gonna go into one of my favorite palettes. This is the Take Me Back to Brazil, and I'm gonna go in with a red. Guys, this is more of a dabbing than blending. You don't want to blend your shadows because you want to create more of a rough look. Once you have a good enough amount of a red, then go into a darker shadow. This could be a brown or a plum shade to kind of deepen that red all together. And after that, you will want to dip into a black shadow. This will give more depth, and it will actually give your bruising a little bit more of a realistic look. Once you dab on some black, then dab back in some more red. This is kind of blending without actually blending. You're just patting it on, but you do want to make sure you're building these colors up. After the black, you want to add some purple. However, that's just me because I just feel like adding a little bit of actually just purple gives it more of a bruising effect. As you can see, it looks like my eye was just punched in. And then we're gonna create some bruising around the face. I just went ahead and kind of placed it wherever I thought would look good. You could place it all over or really just in one spot. Doesn't necessarily have to be all over your face. This is again for fun, and if you want to create the look, make it your own. Now for the fun part, guys. This is way easier than it looks, but here, grab your latex. This is super easy to use, but also you do have to work fast. This is the Spirit Halloween liquid latex, and what I'm doing is applying it on my skin and then grabbing some of that cotton ball and applying it right on the areas that I applied the liquid latex. Now the key with this is to work fast and shape as you go. Actually, this turned out a little bit thicker than I was actually planning the look to be, but it's all good. I actually love how it turned out, but as you see, I'm applying and then setting it with the cotton ball. You could also use toilet paper. I've done both, but I do prefer the way the cotton just works with the latex. And the latex is all about building it up. So as you see, I'm applying a second layer of latex right on top of that cotton, and you want to repeat this at least 2 to 3 times to get a really good base. Once you go back in and apply a second layer, you can apply more cotton and then more latex. I actually only did 2 coats and I didn't show it because it's just such a process, because you do have to wait for the latex to dry, not necessarily in between, but you want to allow some time for all of it to kind of get hard and to dry before you do anything else. So what you're gonna see for the remainder of this clip is just me finishing off what I was doing. Okay guys, like I said, the latex does have to dry before you go and do anything with it. So make sure your latex is dry and then you can start shaping your scars. For me, I wanted this to be more of a cut up or half face. I don't know. I don't really know where this was going, if I'm being honest with you. I did see an inspo picture, but what I really wanted was kind of like a half and half face, and then I thought, well, what if my face was cut in half and then I sew it back together? So that was basically the inspiration. So here I'm just grabbing some little eyelash scissors and cutting right in between where I placed the cotton and the latex. And as you can see, it's pretty hard now. So now I can actually go back in and add a little bit of concealer or foundation, although I do wish I would have done this way before I did both sides of the face. It just makes it easier. But since I didn't, I'm now going back in and kind of repeating the same thing, the same process that I did with the bruising on the latex. So go in with your red, then go in with your black, go in with your purple, and really just kind of blend everything together. And you'll see things start to come together the more you work through it. But I know I'm mumbling and probably just talking a lot, but I promise you, if you try it out, it's not as hard as it looks. Now, to give the dimension or the impression that you actually have cuts on your face, you want to make sure that you go in and apply a black eyeshadow to fill in the holes. Alright guys, so after you go ahead and start filling the holes in, then it kind of gives that impression of, yes, you have cuts on your face. Wow. I actually love how this turned out. Now we're gonna create the little punctures with the holes. Same thing, you're gonna want to do a little black hole, then add some red, and then add the glue. You basically want those little holes to look irritated, almost as if someone just sewed your skin. So I didn't really include a lot of the clips of me actually doing the little dots, but like I said, you just want to start with the black dot and then add some red and purple to make it look irritated. Once I realized that it was going to be easier to apply the blood into that little gap without the string, I just went ahead and grabbed some of the blood and gel and started applying it with a brush. And I'm using the back of the brush to basically push it into the hole and right underneath the cotton and latex, because it does create some sort of skin-like texture, so it's super easy to apply it in. And to make the strings or holes look a little more realistic, I did add some more of that blood. Again, this will make the string look a little more irritated, really as if someone just sewed it onto your skin. I did blog where I got and when I got this blood, so I'll link that video down below if you're interested. However, once you're all done, you could stop at this point, but I thought, why don't I add a little bit of blood around the bruising on the face? I just felt like it would make it look more intense and almost look like my face was scraped. This last step will make the scabbing look so much more realistic. So if you have some blood left over, which I'm sure you will because these containers have a plenty amount, you want to blend some of the blood into the scab that you created. This will make the cut look so much more realistic. Here I think I'm just using the same blood I used on the string, which I will link down below. This means we're done. I'm applying my lashes. I am gonna fix my hair, and that's it, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's so cute. I am so excited with the outcome, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you would like to see next, and make sure to subscribe, leave my video a little thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure to turn those little notifications on so you are notified every time I upload a video. See you on the next one. Bye, guys.